Myself, Dr. Amit Kumar Singh, and today I am here, class 11th. Subject is zoology. Topic is the classification of animal kingdom. The classification of animal kingdom is categorized in some parameters: kingdom, level of organization, symmetry, body cavity or coelom, phylum. In kingdom, the animal kingdom is also known as Animalia, the group of multicellular organisms. At the basis of level of organization, there are two kinds of level of organization is here: cellular or tissue, organ or organ system level of organization. In case of cellular level of organization, the symmetry is mostly asymmetric and there are no presence of any body cavity inside the body, so it is also categorized called as acoelomate. The example of phylum is Porifera, and in Porifera the examples are sponges. In case of tissue, organ or organ system level of organization, the symmetry is categorized in radial or bilateral. The meaning of radial, that if body will divide it, then it will be divided as a radially, and in case of bilateral, the body divided equally. So in radial symmetry, again the acoelomates are present here, means there are no presence of any kind of body cavity inside the body, and the examples are and the phylums are Coelenterata, Cnidaria and Ctenophora. Examples are Hydra, Paramecium. And on the basis of bilateral symmetry, again the presence of body cavity decides. If there is no presence of body cavity, then it is acoelomate. If presence, then it is pseudocoelomate, but in a false figure. And if truly present, then it is coelomate. In case of acoelomate, the phylum is Platyhelminthes. Example is Taenia solium, so-called tapeworm. In case of pseudocoelomate, Aschelominthes, the examples are roundworms. In case of coelomate, where the coelom is truly present, the examples are phylums are Annelida. Example is like earthworms, Arthropoda, cockroach, Americana periplaneta, mollusks, snail, Echinodermata, starfish. But in case of Echinodermata, there is a radial symmetry. Here is one exception. And hemichordates, examples are Blanoglossus and chordates. So before chordates, all are called non-chordates because there is no presence of any notochord, any hollow dorsal tubular nerve cords. The chordates is again categorized in two parts, protochordata and vertebrata. In case of protochordata, it is also categorized in two parts on the presence of notochord. If notochord is present at the anterior part, then it is cephalochordata, and if posterior part, then it is called urochordata, also known as tunicata. And in case of vertebrata, there are two divisions: absence of jaw and presence of jaw. If there is the absence of jaw, then agnatha. One class is cyclostomata, and in case of gnathostomata, there are two superclasses, Pisces and Tetrapoda. In case of Pisces, all kinds of fishes are there, either ostricthesis or chondrichthysis. The ostricthesis means the bony fishes and the chondrichthysis means the cartilaginous fishes, also called the river fishes or marine fishes. And in case of tetrapoda, there is amphibia, reptilia, apes and mammalia. The examples are, in case of amphibia, frogs, reptilia, turtle, lizards, snakes, tortoise. In case of apes, all kind of birds like crow, peacock, pigeon, penguins, not penguins. In case of mammals, for being a mammal, two things are characterized. The one is the presence of a mammary gland, and second, the presence of the body hairs. So all animals like lion, dog, cat, horse, camel, including human beings, all are categorized in mammals. So this one is a brief introduction of animal classification. We will discuss in a large, in a huge, in a deep in our next class. Thank you very much.